I don't know what the hell this guy is talking about.
numbers, Eugenia.
But it's time for Hurricane High Gravity.
Many different ways that people get
The big one.
about math. And one mistake that sometimes people make is that,
It's 8.1 alcohol volume percent, but sometimes you just gotta take a break, you know, lamb chop it up. This is just hot off the grill. A big chicken meat part of a chicken stuffed into this mask.
And they're much more interested. Some of them are much more interested by questions of social justice. My art students at the School of the Art Institute, they're not going to be engineers or scientists or doctors.
You know, being part caveman still.
They really care about
just rip the meat right from the bone.
That's much more exciting. Math is a way of thinking.
Get a past the Gorilla Tape on the mask.
They're not interested in those kind of numerical real-life problems. So empathizing with everybody to figure out what motivates them in their life and tapping into that to show that math can be related to that, I think is really important.
Jeff, thanks for calling in at 800-642-1234. We'll go to Dana now in Wauwatosa.
Big hunk of Labor Day chicken.
Hi.
What do you want to tell us about Dana?
Well, I was listening to the portion of the show where she mentioned that there is some sort of discrimination. So my daughter
hunk of Labor Day chicken right there.
Medicine. She's a mathematics major. She has a 3.5. She's a senior.
It's been a while since I had one of these hurricanes, big ones. I better hurry up.
Experienced a lot of
got a lot of shit to do today, man. It's Labor Day, listening to NPR all day, procrastinating, stuff like that.
Blue-eyed, good-looking, girl who actually loves math, and she doesn't fit the stereotype. And she tutors for the university, and she'll walk in, and a professor will say, "Can I help you?" Like, actually, I'm here to tutor. And it's interesting about
help you eat some of that chicken.
Of the author, because in all my musical studies, to me, it was always about.
I'm reading a new book. I haven't started reading yet.
So I think
it's called Eileen.
I just wanted to mention that, and I also think that I'm thrilled
by
to be a mathematics major because right now the sky's the limit for people that can think analytically, and it just applies.
Mushavik.
Thanks a lot. You gave us a lot to work with there. First of all, unfortunately, Dana says her daughter experiencing at best mixed reactions, some discrimination. She says even at the university level, unfortunately, she's probably not the only one. Am I right, Eugenia?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, and I'm really sorry to hear that. But I'm glad you said it because I want to address the question of imposter syndrome because that is a big problem. Where people feel that even when they are
chicken was cheap today for Labor Day. I grabbed 2 fucking packets of a full chicken for $4.50 a piece. 2 ears of corn for 69 cents a piece.
For many women and people of color, it's there because people have deliberately made us feel like we don't belong. And they have told us that we're stupid, or they've belittled us when we try to do things, or made assumptions about us. And so imposter syndrome isn't really our syndrome.
Be bold, be smooth, be powerful, be nothing.
People around us having prejudices and being biased.
Except,
so we really need to make sure that we
except caveman.
To overcome those implicit or even explicit biases. So that's one thing I'd like to say. And another thing is the last thing that the caller said about how the sky is the limit. And I really think that's the case, that math opens up so many things. And for me, I have found that it is such a source of strength for me as a woman.
Remember that one time, Steel Little Wide Lodge, Earl of Portland. Then Earl of Portland went craft. No, it was a shit show after that. Then became Earl of Dorfland.
Would love to be able to share with as many as possible, male and female people, everyone who doesn't feel confident about themselves. Of course, there are some people who are overconfident about their abilities already, and that's a whole different prospect. But I think that now we try to teach. We spend too much time trying to teach
math. The problem with math is there's a zero in it, and nothing.
And in the process, we don't pay enough attention to
the zero doesn't exist in real life. So when you try to equate for it, you end up fucking it up. You can't just put zero into places as if it's gonna make sense. There's always something.
the adult
There's never nothing.
who are averse to math, averse to science,
Always something,
averse
never
to
nothing.
reason, and then we get into a terrible, chaotic political situation.
That's what Einstein
Eugenia Chang,
tried to teach us.
mathematician, author of the book X plus Y, Mathematician's Manifesto for Rethinking Gender, talking about math anxiety, how to overcome
Gender.
it and embrace the creative and even playful side of math. Ryan joins us now in Sparta. Ryan, hello.
Hello there. Thanks for taking my call. See, when I was younger, man, when I graduated high school, I had no understanding of math. It was just horrible for me. But I'm a retired firefighter, and in order to become a firefighter, there's a lot of math involved. So I found a book, I don't know the exact title, but it's something like Math for Dummies, and it taught me to, generalize rather than exact numbers. Take it apart and do approximate, and then that gets you into the general area of the correct answer. Along with that, it just taught me how to break down like 12 plus 13. You put the 3 and the 2 together, you got the 5, and then you do the tens. So it's a different approach than that memorization that you were talking about earlier.
Ryan, I love that story. Thank you so much. So he kind of went off on his own path and found a great way to learn to become, in this case, a firefighter, Eugenia.
Yeah, looking at relationships and patterns and the way that things fit together. I think that's what now in education gets
Patterning.
sense. Getting a feel for numbers
See,
rather than memorizing the outcomes.
Zero is not a pattern.
And I think it's really interesting
One
to hear that,
is
that the caller was
all-consuming.
sounds like motivated by wanting to become a
And that's as
firefighter.
simple as math is. It's just
It's
binary,
important to
really.
think about why we teach math at all, and we don't all
But
agree about why.
binary,
Some people
the
think
problem
it's
is,
important.
I think of it as 1 0, but it's actually 2 in 1.
Reasons for teaching math. One is for the math that we actually need in our daily lives. And honestly, it's not that much. I mean, we need a little bit of arithmetic, but we all have calculators on our phone now, honestly. And maybe it would be good to be able to understand things like percentages and debt and tax and things. But then there's also the people who actually need math to go on to mathematical careers like engineering and science and medicine. But there's a third reason for teaching math, which I think is too often neglected, and that is that it's a discipline for thinking clearly. And gosh,
You can't
wouldn't it be great if more
take
of the world
away
were able to think more
from
clearly
something that's
about
not there.
and that every academic discipline is
You can't
a
even add to
framework
it.
for thinking more clearly, and math is one of them. And if we present it like that, then it suddenly becomes much more relevant to everyone, whether they're going to go into a scientific career or they're not going to go into a scientific career. Everybody, I think, wants to think.
The Hadron Collider has proven that. Yet there's always something. There's never nothing.
On the kind of math that we teach, and the fact that it's not just about solving problems and getting correct numbers.
So once you free your mind, your ass will follow.
Spotting similarities between different situations and figuring out which information is relevant to the situation and which information isn't.
Yeah, I like that relevancy.
In just our last minute, Eugenia, for that adult listening who thinks there's no hope for me on math, leave us with a bit of encouragement, please.
Remember the growth mentality, that there aren't math people and non-math people. Everybody can get better at it unless you label yourself as a non-math person, in which case you will make yourself a self-fulfilling prophecy, and then you really won't be able to do it. So if you believe that you can get better, then it will become true. You can.
Eugenia, thanks so much for joining us again today.
Thank you very much.
Eugenia Chang is a mathematician, educator,
If you can
concert
believe it will
pianist,
get better,
and author. She's the author of books
then
including
it will
X
come
plus
true.
Y, a mathematician's manifesto for rethinking gender. We talked to her about math anxiety and how to make our kids more comfortable when they deal with numbers. If there are ways that you've found to make math more digestible, maybe in your classroom if you're a teacher with your kids and their math homework if you're a parent, you can still let us know. Email ideas@wpr.org or join us on Twitter @CentralTimeWPR. Coming up after the news, you may find a job you love, but what happens if it doesn't love you back? We'll find out why so many of us feel undervalued or undervalued.
Jobs don't
at
love
work,
you back.
and
Come
how do
on.
we focus our attention on other
Come on,
important
man.
parts of our lives? I'm Rob Farrell. You're listening to Central Time here on the Ideas Network.
Job doesn't love you back. then you're probably in that one movie, The Office. $7 chicken.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Winter Johnston. The cleanup continues in the Northeast in the aftermath of Hurricane Ida. The remnants of the storm brought torrential rain and catastrophic flooding to many parts of New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania last week. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy toured the city of Lambertville today, where residents are still working to clear debris.
The spirit of teamwork and community activism is overwhelming.
President Biden has approved major disaster declarations for counties in New Jersey and New York. The president is expected to visit those states on Tuesday.
I'm out of here. I won't like it.
Millions of Americans could be facing eviction orders after the Supreme Court